All right, let's just start off from BTC and then come over to my watch list. And then if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. First of all, we have BTC, right? Pretty much choppy PA. Since August, we dumped earlier month and then have been chopping. Now, we only have two levels of interest right here. It's either flipping this and a quick long, like one of the easiest long would be long this retest in this daily supply that sits at 64, 65 this zone. Right? We have tons of liquidity testing above this, get a break above, chop here, and then straight away down. Right? This is the first trigger on the low time frame. Right? Second plan would be coming lower right here, chopping, retesting 57,615 this key level, and then long here towards this supply. For now, as we are holding under the support, now one concept, this is the support or resistance level. Once we start holding it here like this, we are inviting sellers to sell here and then price eventually jumps up, right? Similar situation here. We tapped it and now before we were getting rejected off, like we had a proper rundown. Now from this point, like from 20th, almost like 2 days and 4 hours, we have just been consolidating under the major resistance level. We're likely to consolidate a bit, flip this, and going to push high. So that is the key plan for me on BTC right now. I do not really think we will go that deep, or we could see is this where someone like this zone, chop, sweep it, reclaim, and then eventually push it towards this. For now, this is a key resistance, waiting for flip of this and going to be a scalp long towards 64. And this is the easiest setup you could find right now. Second would be sweep this, reclaim, form some sort of breaker or demand in this zone and long it towards the supply sitting at 64. So pretty clear plan on BTC. This is the range for now. You're focusing on BTC, either it breaks above and long it. Instead, alts have recently started performing really well. Now, let's go on Ethereum and then we could go on the alts right now. For Ethereum, it looks a bit weaker and we have just been chopping. Now, these EQ lows right here looks good to be tapped, reclaim, and then this is the perfect long all the way towards the 29,000. This is how it will look like. Long SL, whatever below is formed, is supply. Now, one approach could be placing limits directly here, move up. The second, the most best way right now is wait for price to take this out, reclaim, and long this retest all the way towards this supply. That sits at around 2890, right? So, and after that, we would have reclaimed the zone. Potentially, you will see some sort of rejection here, retest this, deviate, retest this range high, reclaim, and then long it, make a swing position towards the 3300. So now this is our high time frame range, right? That is intact from almost 130 days. We broke above, got back inside. Right now, this is the weekly time frame range that is from 3580 to 215. Right, and this is the current range that we are playing right now. Either goes up, comes back inside, then dumps below. Now chopping here, reclaim this, easy long towards 3300 and then 3500. Right, but for now on the low time frame, we have these EQ lows to target, and we are waiting for a sweep back, reclaim, and then long. Right, this is the play. Like pretty clear setups on BTC and Ethereum both. Now, even if we go to BTC like 57, 58K, Ethereum would likely tap the zone, rebound here and then give you this long setup. So Ethereum and BTC both triggers are in play. Whatever is offered, we are willing to take that, and these can be one of the lowest trades. I go have theta on my list. Recent calling for right now is we broke above this. This is the weekly low, right? And we have formed this R4 demand. I'm waiting for some sort of chop. Once we start chopping it, I will give the limits, price taps here, reclaims, and then pushes toward the high. We have the daily supply here to target this zone, right? This is a pretty good zone target, and that could give you a 15% move in spot, right? But it is going to be a future trade for me, right? This is somehow the setup looks like. Ideally, close the daily above. Now, if the daily does not closes above, right, and I do not think so, it has almost only 4 hours left. But even if it gets back there, this is going to, although we are targeting this supply, hold a day here, dump, and then longer towards this. So Beta is one of the coins on my list. Then we have Rare. Let's go the low time frame. Now for Rare, we were in this range, right? Came back down. First plan was to either long this mid range. Price held well, now broke above, retest, and then first high. I took a scalp long personally from this 0.233 towards this supply, right? This was a scalp position for me. Now I'm waiting for price to chop here. Now similar in theta for me, right? Some sort of trend line form here, price channels down and then comes back in the limit and then pushes back. So there, this is the limit. I have placed it. I will share it later, right, in my channel too. I just want a few, one more day similar to this, and this is going to be the perfect setup in a while one day. We have enough volume to have give us a good and a quick move. Then we have SNX. Same concept. We have the DeFi narrative running, and we had this high time frame range, no? One point, what is this level? 1.396, I believe, right? And we have a weekly supply here and a daily supply here. So that remains my target. R4, we have this demand and this SR level. So this is the plan. I will share the limits on SNX just after the stream. This is what I'm looking for. First bid here, second bid in this SR level. This is the stop. The stop invalidation is clear as we break below 1.396, leaving the room for VIX, right? And once we broke this level, we are likely to jump quite hard. And in that case, shorting it towards all the lows would be a good option. Setup for me, SR level, high time frame range low, 1.396, or for demand. Probably we have some moving average confluence too. If I'm not wrong, right? We have the 100 and the 50 moving average aligned with that, right? So that is it for SMX. Then we have TON. Now TON, we had this daily supply. Let's start from the daily time frame. We are again range play. Somewhere here we have the mid range on this. Now we rejected of the supply, likely to chop here, dump, reclaim, and then long towards the all-time high, or maybe even in this range. So either I will see the reaction at this demand and go for a market long, or second scenario would be reclaim on the daily time frame and send you guys limits at 6.0452, something like this. SL at this low, TPing at this range high, or leaving some runners to the all-time high. Right? That is it for Dawn. Then we have Ashler on the list, ASPR. For this plan is pretty simple. Again, DeFi narrative. So we have some strength and we are breaking out of this long old kind of that starts from 130 days, right? So this breakout really looks good. 4 hour broke and we tested too. We should do that. Right? We broke out, had a retest here. Now we are forming this as a zone. We could chop for few time here, maybe dump in this SR level and this demand. I have placed my DCA bids there and then eventually push towards the high. So it is going to remain a swing play or you can get in spot. The reward is pretty good for me, so it is worth the risk. Level on this is probably going to be this zone, right? That is where I would be looking to cut it off. At 14%, I will take my partials and move my stops to even. And once we break above this zone, then and after we break this high, my stops will be in profits at this level, wherever it forms. Right? That is the plan for SNX. Oh my bad, ASVR. So a pretty clean setup. This trend line breakout looks pretty good here. Let's use the moving averages for a confidence, right? We are forming bullish. 50 and 100 are about to cross the 200 as well. And when we chop it here like this and approach this level, we will probably see them here like this. So this is one of the best setups right now for swing plays or spot if you want to get in. Then we have AAVE, right? Again, range, rejecting of the range. Now, this is the first level I would be looking to look for scalp longs towards this range highs. But ideally, the level that I am personally looking for, if I do get it, is going to remain this demand zone. This is one of the best setups that could form. Now, our first trade, we longed it here at this demand. Second, limits were placed at this zone, got front run here, and now this is the third time trying to long. I'm waiting for price to fail to hold this level and then place limits at this zone and eventually run it towards this high, 150 V4. Then AVAX, this is the plan for AVAX range play, deviated below, reclaimed, retested, and now going up. Now the first rejection level sets at 27. So for the high time frame or spot, I'm not interested right now. This was one zone to bid at, and now the second zone would be after breakout, retest the supply, reject, and place limits at this 24.68. This is going to be a good time to accumulate AVAX. We would probably have seen a trending breakout as well, and then something like this. Probably start the run towards all-time high. Short on AAVA, I will discuss it. Just let me go with this watch list and then I can go with that. So for AVAX, shorting zone remains this, right? Once we tap this and long this 24.680. So Lana, right? We have this high time frame SR level and this range high at 136, holding pretty well here. Now on the low time frame, we have this zone. We are forming some sort of EQ levels here and here. So chop chop, retest this, reclaim, and long it all the way towards 163.712. If we pump first, this zone is a good shorting area towards this demand or even these lows. So Solana is pretty much in a range and chop right now. Either get to prices here, long this, or get price move here and then short this. Like that's it for Solana. Then we have INJ. Similar to AVAX, we are just flipping the range high here and our supply rejection for this sits at 23. We do have some sort of SR level here. And for me, I have moved my stops in spot here and I'm waiting for something this reach test of the demand and range high. But for that, I would need to see a few days of closure above this one. Instantly. Last but not the least, INJ render. For render, similar play, right? We are holding the mid-range pretty well. Break above, retest, and long it, and get it in your spot. And if you get it back below 4, this is one of the best projects you can accumulate for the long term, in my opinion. And even if you get it under 4, that is going to be almost 3x, right? That is my watch list and my update on BTC. One of you guys asked a question about AAV short. So for that, perfect plan, perfect idea as we sit at the range high picked out above. Now, the first zone to short is this supply right here. And your target will remain this level, 123.08, right? Or maybe the mid-range. For the mid-range, just take the 0.5% of the range. And in this case, right, this demand can be a good level to TP some. So 125 could be your TP, short this, apply, and target this. SL would remain at this high, either this high or this high, at 141. Are you clear on AV short? Right. Any other pair you guys want me to go with? Any other question? Again, starting off with the high time frame, remove everything. Right. Okay, looks interesting. Okay, we have had this whole high time frame play. Wait, I'll change the colors. Right, we had this high time frame play. Now, this is a good zone to accumulate, in my opinion. We are at this discounted level, right? And you can easily target this range high 1.34. If you're looking to bid for long term, this can be a good play. If you want more confirmations, ideally wait for a daily candle closure above 0.5. That will happen. Yo, guys, can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me and screen as well? Guys, please let me know in the chat if I have and screen is making fun. Right. So, Ton, I discussed earlier too. We are daily time frame range from 4.93 to 7.7. We had this demand and this R4 demand price tab bounce formed a new demand at 5.74. Now, if you want to buy in spot, just place your limits here and place your TP at this time. One of the would be the one of the easy setup that could give you a 33% move, and your stop will remain once the daily candle closes below this demand. If you're looking to scalp long maybe or for futures or intraday trade, what I'm waiting for is price to chop, 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 break below, tap this demand, chop here, reclaim this, retest, and then long this towards this side. That is the setup I am waiting for. I have it on my watch list since we formed this demand, so I'm watching it. I'm just waiting patiently for my trigger, right? This is the plan. Now, I was just watching it for shorts as it has been recently really weak. Similar to AAV, we have this supply right here. Probably we have this set of equalized form, chop, 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 pump in this, break structure, supply formed here, enter there, SL above this high, target this, and then all the way to this. That is the low time frame for uh, something with connection. Yep, I'm going over it. You guys, right. So I was saying that we are inside this weekly range, and the rule number one for ranges is you buy at the range low and sell at the range high. Similar on Matic, I'm just waiting for a daily supply to be flipped, and we have some sort of small SR level at 0.5026, a daily candle closure above this high, above supply, and you can long the retest targeting the range high. That would give you 140% move. So for Matic, just wait for a daily candle close above the supply. Place your spot limits or feature limits here, SL at this low, and target this. Pretty straightforward setup. Any other question? Fair. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Again, buy as much as you can. Under 0. Under $1 and 0.8 is the best zone to buy. Buy as much as you can, right? If you study narratives, narratives are basically if the hype is correct. Now, recently the Binance listings, right, Rare, SYN, Oh, Banana, all the recent listings had performed really well. And now the DeFi sector. So understanding that which industry has been outperforming. Recently in the quarter one, we had AI taking over. Right? Every AI project, WLD, FET, everyone was making new all-time highs, right? Coming forward, we have NVIDIA earning reports soon, right? NVIDIA conference. So I expect AI season to start again after maybe September, October. So the last 3 months, October, November, December, in my opinion, AI can lead. So FET is the biggest AI project in crypto space. So these prices might not be offered again, but the risk to reward right now, if you get in this zone, you can easily make a 4x on this, right? So I had my plan to buy here. I did at 0.7975, right? I was a buyer before on this, right? I bought here at this SR level, right? But hype was getting down. Fed, we have ASI announcement too, the merger, and as the SR level got lost, I booked my position in loss here. I had the daily closure below, and now bid it again right here. Now the first level to flip for it is this zone that it is getting rejected at. Once reclaimed, this is going to be the easiest spot play here. But again, if we get rejected again below, this whole zone is the best accumulation area for you. Buy as much as you can, right? That is going to be my confidence for average EV. If you can DCA, then do at 0.7 zone, right? If you can DCA. If not, do not sell at a loss. At least all-time high should be your target. When AI starts running again, these are going to be the top performers, right? And there's some sort of trend line coming up here, right? So do not fade this, right? If you're in spot, hold it. If you can have the potential, have funds to DCA, you can buy at 0.7578, 0.7-ish zone. If you can't, no worries. Even from 1.5, it can lit- it can be a quick 2x, right? Start of the AI pump in quarter four, like February, in 2 months, we were sitting at 600% plus, right? Right, that's totally fine. Where are you from? Originally, I'm from Pakistan, but I do live in UAE. Please check BCH, I will do that. Okay. H, right here. High time frame range. Now, again, similar to multiple other odds, wait, patience, range, either flip it, long it, and this zone could be a good target. 400 comes back down, enter at this demand zone at 318 to 309, and long it here with your stop either at this zone or this zone, or the second, the most lowest risk scenario would be coming here, reclaim 327, and then long it all the way towards this side with 400. But the most ideal scenario would be this. In Brazil, no, no, not Brazil. I said Pakistan, right? But I live in UAE. UAE. Your idea about Cello, I'll do that. Cello, right here. Okay. Range has already been marked. We tap this, now reclaiming. Okay. So you could long it right here and target 0.637. That's the 33%. Play this range. Why did I got stop? No, that's right. Anyways, we have some sort of SR level formed right here. Straight right here. Right. SL would be this low target first at mid range and then at range. For long, yes, hold it. Check, check AVAX, bro. 33. Damn. See at 24.68 after we come back rejecting from the supply. Not here. Once we break above, the daily closes above, comes here, rejects here, they hit DCA there and move your stop at this level, right? So do not get in any position on AVAX. Don't add more right now. Wait for price to tap the supply, retest the range high, and then add. Or else, if we do not reject of supply, just go straight like this, then add here. The worst scenario for you would be if price goes back towards the range low at 18, then you can add at 18, right? So whatever the market is offered, you can get in that, right? If price is there and you have some sort of confusion, just tag me at that point. Check AX, I will let you know. Right? Okay, guys, that's pretty much it for today. These are the coins I'm watching, right? Always a good time to discuss with the markets with you guys, right? I will see you guys next week, same time, right? If this was beneficial for you guys, consider writing a testimonial and tagging me. That would be really helpful, right? Thanks, Eglin. Thanks.